whatever, from Harvard, from
A doctor of succulents.
Succulents.
Succulent doctor.
But it's crazy. They get the acknowledgement and the valor, all that bullshit. Yet the people that inspired them, who taught them, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy.
It is weird.
I'm not saying they deserve $100 million. I'm just saying maybe they deserve a little more money, maybe a little more credit.
I think everyone deserves a little more money and a little more credit.
Probably.
I mean, I'm so worried about this fucking economy.
I remember my dad turning down jobs in Oklahoma when we first moved there. And they're like, well, we'll start you off at $15 an hour. And he was making like $48 an hour minimum in Colorado or whatever it was. And he turned it down like $15 an hour. Like, I'm not fucking... Oh, you kidding me? You got to pay me more than that. Like, that's barely above minimum wage. At that time, when we were in Oklahoma, gas was $1.20. Milk was $2. I mean, everything else is inflated so much. Yet, if you still go to these areas, they're like, we'll pay you $15. And you're like, wait, what? Houses were like $60,000 back then.
I mean,
now they're $350,000.
Everywhere across the United States, it's like that.
There's an inflation that's not keeping up with the wages.
My thing is, why inflate? If you want to keep the wages the same, nothing should inflate. Everything should stay the same.
But, and here's a true capitalist view of this, is the inflation is not valid. The inflation is because of borrowed money from the government to these institutions and banks. This is why we have this fucking flawed system. It's because true capitalism decides what prices are. Because you go, I'm worth this much. So you only work for that much. And people will pay that much because they need you.
Yeah.
And the value of the dollar is completely driven by the need for it, not the determination of government or whatever.
Yeah, or people just take a job because they don't have anything and they need something.
Exactly. We got to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the capitalist view. Instead of like fucking these guaranteed loans to these schools, like universities. So they're guaranteed loans. So if you have a $75,000 loan to go to school and you don't pay it, the government is guaranteeing it for that's why the tuition, that's why it's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's because they know they're going to get that money either way. So they mark up their bill. It used to be like, oh, you want to go to school? It's $8,000. Yeah. And then the government goes, we'll guarantee it. And they go, oh, well, it's actually $18,000. Actually, it's $70,000. Actually, it's $140,000. It's fucked. It's all fucked.
It is fucked. Yeah.
I got really amped up on that.
I know. I don't know what to say with that. I have no...
Do you ever think about getting another tattoo?
I have no motivation on speaking about school or money or anything like that right now. What?
Do you ever think about getting another tattoo?
Always.
What would you get?
Well, I want to get that I love you from Granny Wink.
That's sweet. I think that's really cute.
Yeah. I just never have gotten it. One of these days I will.
I want to get something real sentimental like that, but I don't have anything that like sticks out.
You could get that nail that you carry around to every house you move into. That big ass stud thing, whatever it is.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's like a really big nail. Like it's like a nail
carry around every house.
It's like a nail that you've carried around all the places.
Oh my god! I think I know what you're talking about.
It looks like something you would put in a railroad track.
Are you talking about the one in the bookshelf?
Yes.
That's not a nail.
What is that?
You're close. It's actually a nail punch.
What's a nail punch?
And that is that's the fattest nail punch you'll ever find in your life.
So why don't you get a tattoo of that?
That's interesting because it'll look like a pencil that's dull.
But you could put it like right here on the side of your leg.
You're like, what is that? Is that a nail? No, it's actually a nail punch.
You could put underneath it nail punch.
Nail punch. I should.
Like it's like in a book.
It was my grandpa's.
You could actually put that on the side. Grandpa's nail punch.
So when you're doing work where you don't want to show a hammer mark, so you're nailing in a nail.
Oh, I see.
And when you get close, you're like, I don't want to leave that big old waffle or big old round dent. I'm going to hit just the nail head so that it goes in.
Yeah.
That's a nail punch.
All right.
So you put that on top, you hold it tight, and then you hit the nail punch. The nail punch transfers the energy straight in.
All right. We'll get a tattoo of the nail punch. Or
We get a tattoo of the nail punch.
that F that you carry around everywhere, too. The F pin.
Where did the F pin come from?
I don't know. You've had it forever, and you've carried it to every single house.
I think it was my dad's in
There's lots
high
of
school.
sentimental things I feel like I could find for you to get tattoos of.
Let's just do them all.
Yeah, just
We got to become friends with a tattoo artist, though.
your whole
I'm not
body
paying
just
full
full
price.
of knickknacks.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll just be called the knickknack guy.
Yeah.
Who farted? You both stink like ass.
Oh, God.
I hate you both.
I think it was Pony. He's really relaxed right now. He's like, I just
Is
cheated
that your
myself.
breath? Ugh.
He looks so upset.
God, he stinks. It's probably because he's smelling his own ass.
Well, he's been eating the fucking earth out there.
The earth. He's been eating the earth.
The earth. With the bones in it.
I know what I want to talk about. Oh, you know what I thought about the other day that I thought was funny?
What's that?
You know when people post like a dog and they're just like, found dog walking on the street, doesn't have a tag.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and they're like, couldn't catch it. I always want to write in there and be like, I like that dog. I want that dog. That's my dog. And then just take the dog, you know?
So, you just find people's posts of like, hey, there's this dog. Does anyone it belong
Yeah.
to? There's no collar.
And
Like,
then I
yeah,
just-
that's mine. Yup. Border Collie Pitbull mix. That's mine.
I just think it'd be so funny to comment on every single lost dog post or dog found post. Be like, yep, that's my dog.
Yep, that's mine. That Poochie. Mine.
And they're just like, what the fuck? This girl owns every dog that gets loose.
You pull up and you're like, hey, loose best dog. Come
Come here, doggy.
And it's like, yeah, Woochuboo, come here. That's your name, Woochuboo. Like whatever it just comes to, you're like, that's your name.
I feel like I would definitely be that psycho that would do that.
I made you upset, Pony?
She's gonna go collect the other dogs.
Oh, shit, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, our dogs are weird.
You going to bed? Thinking about it, huh? I so tired. I only slept like 12 hours last night.
Yeah, I feel like all my crying today really.
Really got it out of you, huh?
Yeah,
That's
felt
good.
nice though. Felt
Does it feel good to
cleansing.
cry?
Oh, I told you this multiple times. I don't know if I've said it on here, but I love to cry. I love a good cry, and I also just, if I could, I would cry at least every 2 days for 15 minutes.
Amazing. I really never, it's very rarely do I have the urge to cry. Very rare.
I cry all the time. I see an old person, cry. I see a homeless person, cry. I see a dog, cry. Sometimes if I see the right cat, I'll cry.
Oh my God.
I know. There was one time when I was when I was weeding and I accidentally split a roly-poly in half and it made me cry.
If I see people laying flowers on those like little crosses on the side of the highway, I'm like, I don't feel bad for the family at all. That doesn't cross my mind. I just go straight to, you're the pieces of shit that throw these crosses on the side of the highway. Fuck
my God.
off.
Oh my God. Fuck, Marty.
And I honk at him. I throw a milkshake out the window. Get alive!
Which isn't far from the truth, because remember that one time you yelled at that memorial?
Oh, Amanda!
Granted, you didn't know it was a
I
memorial.
didn't know it was a memorial.
But you definitely...
Here's the thing. Don't have a memorial where people have parties in orange groves.
And it was dark as fuck. I remember being like, your friend died in a car accident and you're going to have a party on the side of the road.
In the middle of the orange groves,
Yeah.
and it was a candlelight vigil.
Yeah. On like one of the busiest highways.
And I rolled down the window. I was like, woo, party! And it's just crickets, like,
And then
just
as
candles. And I was like, oh no, there's no kegs, it's just candles. Oh, there's no beers, it's just tears.
When you did that, I was dying. I felt so bad, but it was so funny.
We we were going to Yucaipa. We were driving home from partying. Like, man, that was a fun time.
I was definitely buzzed. I was not. I'm pretty sure their friend died from being drunk and driving and drove themselves into a tree.
Yeah. And it was. I looked it up. It was like some young...
It was like an 18-year-old real
like
baby.
Football players, something or other, driving way too fast, drunk or something.
Yeah, on Highland.
And
Was it Palm?
I don't remember.
One of those.
You know what's weird when people say streets there? I have no idea where they are in my head. It's completely... It's gone.
I like that both of us forget things. Like, I forget instant things. I don't remember any of the movies I've watched in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And even if I watched them last week, I'm like, did we watch this?
Yeah, you're really bad at that.
Yeah.
But it's important. It's good to forget things because that's how our hard drives and our mind work. It's like we save the good stuff that we want to remember. But mine, I don't know why I want to remember stupid shit about fucking...
Because, like, our grandparents do. Our uncles and aunts do. They remember all the streets and all of the things that they've done. I don't remember shit.
Yeah.
There's something about that. There's some weird generational difference there where we were like, fuck this. And just washed it all out. It takes a lot for me to remember weird stuff.
Yeah, I can remember the first time I heard a bass auto wah.
What is that?
So, like, there's a wah pedal, right?
Yeah.
And it changes the...
For the non-musicians.
So...
I don't know.
A wah pedal is basically like a gas pedal. It goes up and down. And it changes the frequency. So just like all the way to the high end spectrum, all the way to low end. Like it's a filter.
Yeah.
And you're when you rock your foot on the gas pedal, it changes from high to low. And that's where you get the like that's that fucking sound. A bass wah, auto wah, it's automatically doing it for you. There's no gas pedal. It's just a standalone pedal. There's a turn on or off button, and it automatically
does the wow.
Makes a wow, bow, 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 and I can totally visualize that first pedal I saw. Yellow writing, little black square. Like it's an odd shape. Most pedals aren't shaped like that way. I'll remember that till the day I die. I can't remember important shit from 4 days ago. Like actual shit, like, you need to remember this, Marty. And I'm like, yeah. Wow, wow, wow.
And that was Music Theory with Marty Farragher.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't I don't know, because I have a great memory with certain people. Like, I remember all of my temporary employees' names. I know all of them.
That's great, yeah.
Sometimes there's moments where they email me and I'm like, who are you? And then I remember. But it's usually because their email name is different than their actual name. So it's hard for me to remember those two. But still. Same with like when I worked in ophthalmology. I remembered all of my patients. I knew who had what, if they had a dog or if they had a cat. I remembered really weird personal information about them.
Yeah.
So I'm great at that.
You really are.
But any other thing that you want me to remember? Numbers? Nope. Movies? Nope.
You know what I realized too, and this happened to me yesterday. If someone asks me a question immediately after saying their name, they're in, like, as they're asking the question, I'm like, oh fuck, what was her name? What was her name? What was her name? Like, this happened yesterday. He's like, my name's wait, what do you said that? And I was like, no, what's your name? I just missed it. Like, you said it, but it's like you asked me a question and it's gone.
You know who I thought did a really great depiction of memory and time is that movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I thought they did a good representation